Moral perfection is not in the Church's power. So far as moral failings are concerned, we need to show much more patience. It is easy to trip up here, and the devil is amazingly ingenious in leading us astray. There have always been some who, making out that they are perfectly holy like the angels in paradise, despised all association with men in which they discerned some human weakness. Such in time past were the Cathars, that is, the pure, and also the Donatists, who resembled them in their folly. Today, there are a number of Anabaptists who are like them, passing themselves off as exceptionally shrewd and believing that they have progressed beyond everyone else. There are others who sin not so much like this through presumption as through misplaced zeal for righteousness. For when they observe that among those to whom the gospel is preached, teaching and fruit are not evenly matched, they at once conclude that there no church exists. The affront they feel is perfectly just. In truth, we provoke it far too often, and we can never in any way excuse our accursed inertia, which God will not leave unpunished, as already he begins to chastise it with his dreadful rod. Woe then to us, by whose shameless laxity weak consciences are wounded and offended. Nevertheless, those of whom we speak are themselves at fault, for they go to extremes. Whenever our Lord asks them to show mercy, they disregard it and display the utmost harshness and severity. For in judging that the church exists only where there is perfect purity and holiness of life, they withdraw from God's church on the pretext that they hate all faults, thinking that they are shunning the company of evil men. They protest that the Church of Jesus Christ is holy, yet they should heed what he himself says of it. It is a mixture of the good and the bad. How true is the parable in which he compares the church to a net which traps all manner of fish, which are not culled until they reach the shore. Let them hear what he says of the church in another parable. It is like a field sown with good wheat, but is then spoiled by tares, from which the good harvest cannot be purged until it is brought into the barn. Since the Lord affirms that the church will suffer the misery of being burdened by the wicked until the judgment day, it is pointless for them to look for a church which is completely cleansed and pure.